has hope for God but doesn't believe there's a God.
So he's an agnostic theist.
But you don't. Would you be offended?
Why would I be offended? I'm not offended by people who believe in God.
Well, I'm saying, why you want to be offended if I called you something you weren't?
Well, you are a Christian, though, by the definition of the word.
I'm not a Christian.
Wait, okay. On this channel, Christian means someone who believes that Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God.
Okay.
Do you affirm the proposition? Shut up. Do you affirm the proposition that Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God?
No.
Okay, so
I believe Yeshua is the Messiah.
Then
he is the Son of God.
Then you are a Christian.
Not God.
You dumb fucker.
No.
Jesus is
Jesus is Jesus. There wasn't even a.
Shut up. Jesus is the English version of the Hebrew name Yeshua, and Messiah is a cognate of the word Christ. You dumb fuck. You are a Christian. Stop bitching and whining about the fact that you are a Christian when you are now.
Don't take a breath, brother. Take a breath.
I just want to say, Oracle just wants to make sure that you're articulate. He was very, when you were gone, he just liked to say that word. So considering how inarticulate they are, at least in other languages, this should be a fun conversation.
Yeah, Oracle, we are going to move past the fact that you are a Christian right now, and you will give me evidence for your God existing, or I will drop you, and I will block you, and I will never, ever fucking talk to you again. I will not lose a second of sleep, never having spoken to you ever again. So, Oracle, give me a reason to think your God is real.
First of all, like I was explaining to them, because you were cut off.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Give me evidence that your God is real.
I'm giving my belief. Are you going to let me finish, or are you going to be...
You believe that God is real. Give me a reason to think your God is real. I don't care what you were talking to them about. I wasn't here. What we're going to talk about right now is whether or not your God is real, and what is your evidence for your God being real.
Do you believe definitions are important?
Yes, definitions are important. What do you define a God to be?
A creator, a designer.
Okay. Does that thing exist?
Yes, because the universe is, precise. It was designed. It's highly.
What is the evidence that's designed?
The cosmos, everything about it. Not just that, our bodies, biology, chemistry, everything.
What about any of this would point towards design? How do you think we find out that things are designed? I have a method for knowing that things are designed, and by that method, the human body doesn't meet the requirement.
That's what you would say. Hold on. I need to reply to him, ma'am.
Oracle, shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Ashlyn.
I have power to mute. Here I'm God, Oracle. Yeah, this is. Are you just saying like look at the trees, but like Cosmos edition, Oracle?
No, I'm not just saying look at the trees. I'm saying look at biology, look at DNA, look at chemistry. But let's stick to.
And what about biology?
Look at him.
Yeah, I've looked at him. What about biology would lead me to believe there's a God? Because I come to the opposite conclusion when I look at biology.
Look at a biologist. Let's look at Dr. Francis Collins. Let's look at DNA. Let's look at the structure of DNA. I know what an atheist is going to say.
Stop with the ranting. Be more specific. What about DNA would lead me to believe that there's a God?
Encoding the structure, most scientists agree that there is a DNA that is a coding that is similar to the code that I write right here on this computer.
Whoa. When you say code, there's DNA is made up of 4 different acids, and then they repeat at different intervals. And sometimes there's a mistake, which is where mutations come up.
5, actually.
Adenosine, guanine, thymine, and adenine.
There's like leucine or something. There's a 5th one that's not.
Well, then there's 5 acids that repeat at different intervals. How would this lead me to believe there's a God?
I'll go when. Am I prepared to speak?
Yeah.
Because what you're saying is partly true, but it's partly wrong. I'm not saying it's physical code like what we read on a computer.
Wait,
what science says?
What part did I say was here? I said that there were 5 acids that make up DNA. Was that part wrong?
So there's DNA, there's RNA, and then the protein, and then.
My God, we're talking about DNA.
Nucleobases. Yeah. No, nucleobases. They are nucleic acids for DNA and RNA, sorry.
So there's 4 of those, or 5 if you count this 5th one. Is this incorrect?
Can't even finish. There's 4 chemical alphabet.
In DNA, but not an RNA. There are
well, it's a DNA, RNA, protein in the life. So yeah.
What would lead me to believe that this DNA isn't naturally
occurring? I can't
occurring?
get through the sentence.
Wow.
If you'd let me finish, I'd get one sentence out.
Oh, here, let me get this for you. 1 second.
Okay. The DNA stores instructions using. Calm down, brother. Breathe.
Okay.
Breathe,
Oracle. You know what?
Breathe.
Bye. I'm over you. Every single time we have a conversation, we spend fucking 15 minutes talking about the fact that you are a Christian. I'm over it, and I'm over you, and you're just banned now, forever. Bye, fucker.
When you weren't here, they were so arrogant.
Of course they were. They're always arrogant.
It's just like, oh my god, dude! Like, step down from the fucking high horse, my guy.
Yeah, I'm not shocked at all.
It was really funny because he was about to try to do the universe is fine-tuned with me sitting right here, and I didn't say anything about like my background. I was just gonna let him walk right into that wall.
Oh shit! The YouTube stream ended. So 1 second. Let me fix.
He was like, he made this like massive claim. You're good.
Schedule.
Yeah, I was. Which I know we haven't met, Ashley, but I'm a theoretical physicist. I work in early universe cosmology and quantum gravity. So I was just like, every time I hear those, I'm just like, get it all out and let's untangle it.
I saw your name, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be good, but.
What time is it?
Yeah. If it's not explicitly about physics, I usually just do, inappropriate jokes.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
3 of us.
What's the quote? There's not room for 2 sheriffs in this town.
1 second.
A deputy. There's technically 4 because I think Dalton counts too. YouTube stream is back.
I think Oracle is just upset because as a hard atheist, I never have trouble finishing.
See, I'm a woman who's a hard atheist, and no one's seen it. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up on that one.
Hello.
See, I couldn't even finish there.
Back again, I think. Yes, we are back again. Back again. Look who's back. Back again. Unlike Jesus, I actually returned, everyone. So, we can get over the whole abandonment issues that we had from Jesus. I just gotta fix this social stream ninja because it's all fucked up now. Let's see. Activate selected. And then go over to my Jeff. How are we doing today, bud?
I do know a thing or two about hard atheists, Fern.
I'm doing all right. That dude was just at Joel's live doing the exact same I'm not a Christian.
Yeah,
thing.
It's crazy. When they say he said, I don't believe Jesus Christ, I believe Yeshua is the Messiah. What a it's like, I don't believe in my friend George, I believe in my friend Jorge. Shut up, you dumb fuck. What's my saying?
It felt like that scene on SpongeBob where they were trying to get Patrick his wallet back.
Right.
He was like, I saw you drop this.
But it's not my wallet.
That's not my wallet.
Yeah. But it's got your ID in it. So it should be your wallet. Makes sense to me. I've spoken
with him at least 3 times now, and every single time that's how the conversation went, and I'm just over it. All right. Guest on. Okay, now let's see whether or not this guy over on Video Ninja is ready to talk to me or not. Video Ninja fella. I know for a fact, absolute fact, my mic is on. You can see it. You can see it moving right now over on the side. So I know for a fact that you're able to hear me. Or at least you should be able to, unless there's something going wrong on your end. Like this is, everyone's like, oh, you should use Video Ninja more, and then this shit happens. Dude,
say awful things about Christianity.
Jesus got fucked in the butt by Judas Iscariot. He's just sitting there. It's pissing me off. I'm gonna hang up on him.
That verse when it said he was nailed on a cross?
That would make me turn my head, and the fact that his head didn't turn, I don't think that audio was working.
Yeah, well, they'll try again maybe, and they'll get whatever's going on fixed. Man,
I was gonna say this was my first interaction with Oracle. Well, when I saw him on Joel's live, and when I saw him over here doing the same thing, I have to wonder if every single time you go to a live, people are talking to Christians, and you're gonna have the same half-hour conversation. Why don't you just give up? Just be like, yeah, for all intents and purposes,
he wants to be.
Yeah, I am.
He wants to
keep
be
it moving.
He wants to be special, is what it is. He's got special syndrome. He wants to be special, and he's not. He think, I don't care. I don't want to talk about him anymore. We're gonna do a quick restart on the TikTok side because that whole whatever fucked it up. So we're gonna do a quick restart, and we'll see you all again in just a hot second. Man. On YouTube, how's everything looking on y'all's end? I'm sorry if my internet went out for a second and now everything kind of fucked up. We have here Mikhail. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old? They're still loading in. Mikhail,
I am 18. I am 18, yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
Could you say that again?
What pronouns do you go by? And are you a God believer of some kind?
Him. Oh, no. I thought you were adding friendly stuff, but if that's not welcome here, I'll drop down.
Oh, no, I'm only taking opposition right now. But have a good day.
That's okay. Yeah, thank you.
They're the person that I sent you. That's
I know. I just wasn't sure if they were like a theist or not.
No. They're ex-Muslim. They I guess know a lot about.
Oh yeah, it just could have been a Christian who's an ex-Muslim, so I didn't know if it was sure. But anyway,
very laggy right now. By the way,
that's what I get for living where I live. Anyways, everyone, make sure you tap that screen if you want to see me move out and get somewhere better. Donate to the Bible guy. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry that it's shit. I can't do anything about it. Shark Paul says Jesus God. I disagree, but you're more than welcome to come up and give a defense for that if you'd like. Move to New York. Oh, God, I would fucking love to live in New York City. New York. I'm already talking New York. I'm already popping the cork and I'm ready.
You've never been to New York City, have you?
No, but I love Zoran Mamdani. I just want to move.
I don't know that.
I want to move somewhere where the government cares about me. Have you been back since he became president?
I mean, good.
Have you been to New York City since he became mayor? Ashlyn? Ugh, the lag. I'm gonna fucking jump off a bridge or something. I don't know.
I can hear your audio, but your video is doing weird things.
No. Have you been to NYC since he became mayor?
Oh, Fern has. Fern went down like a week or 2 ago.
Shark Paul, you're more than welcome to give me evidence for your God's existence, but you have to come up on the panel. I don't have debates with people in the comment section. Can I give you a new atheist idea I've come up with and you poke holes in it? Yes, but only at office hours can you do that. So at the end of the show, we will be doing office hours where we'll be having friendlies come up, and that will be the time for you to do so. I take trips sometimes. Oh man, I would love to go watch Broadway. I do plan on eventually going to New York eventually, because that's where Ashlyn lives, and I need to go visit her. And when we do, I want to go see the city.
Yeah, it's fun to visit. It's the places that you'd be able to afford would not be nice to live in. It's very expensive there. The food quality, because like grocery stores and stuff like that, like I don't know. They do have cool fruit stands though.
I want to eat pizza and a hot dog from a vendor. That's what I want to do. All right, we have here Rega. Rega, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and now they're gone. All right. Where is my Wyoming peeps at? Not here. Texas, born and bred. But if you're from Wyoming,
Y'all are insane in Wyoming. Dalton, you think Texas's gun laws are loose? Go to Wyoming. They'll just like, you can literally open carry without a permit there.
oh, then I will not be going. No, I'm not in favor of that whatsoever. Shark Paul says, Shark Paul, I'm not listening to what you have to say until you come up on the panel. Here, watch this. You're gonna get muted, and the only way you can talk now is if you come up and talk to me. I'm not gonna have a conversation. I'm not gonna have a debate with you in the comment section. I'm ready to move either to California or New York.
Make sure you're reposting the live, liking the live. There's only 2K likes. Sharing it out. And on YouTube, make sure you're hitting that like button and engaging in the conversation. You can open carry. Ashlyn, wait, did you mean booze or guns? Both, Fern, both.
Chase, just hold on up. I'm going to keep the panel really low unless I have a physics gets brought up, then you can come on up. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it to really low. Anyways, Christians, theists, anyone who believes in God. If you believe in a God, come on up. Let's have a conversation. I promise I won't bite unless you ask me to. New York. I'm already popping the cork in New York. I'm gonna have that song in my head now. All right.
Because it's lagging.
Yeah. Rega is going to try to come up again. Rega, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He or him. He or, yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
my English is not bad. I'm from Europe, and yeah.
And are you a Christian or some sort of God believer?
Yes, I am an Orthodox Christian.
All right.
Christian.
Why should I think that God is real?
First, we need to understand how God exists, because everyone thinks differently. Because, for example, I think God is in your heart, in my heart.
Is there a way to prove that?
And let's look in the nature, everything from the first star.
If I go see
from the ground.
If I go see my cardiologist, will they help me find God? Will my cardiologist help me find God?
You are making jokes about it, and I don't like it. But I will keep my opinions calmly.
Okay, so what's the evidence that God is in my heart?
That I don't know. You can be a good person.
I can be a good person, but how does that prove that God's in my heart? Because under the atheist, in my perspective as an atheist, God cannot exist, and I can still be a good person. So me being a good person wouldn't provide evidence of God existing in me.
Yeah, and I am the same.
Wait,
Like I agree with you.
does everyone have God in their heart?
Yes.
Okay, if everyone has God in their heart, there are a lot of awful people that exist too. So you've just made an infalsifiable statement.
Yeah, like Hitler.
If the thing is the evidence for and the evidence and not an evidence against, it doesn't make any sense.
Like Adolf Hitler was a person. Did he have God in his heart?
No, because he didn't discover. Because you need to discover God.
Well, I haven't discovered
in your heart. Like
I haven't discovered God. So, what is the evidence that this God exists?
Because the universe had a beginning first.
Prove that.
Fine tuning is not
What?
To prove that.
What? Yeah. What is the evidence that the universe has a beginning?
Modern cosmology does not support an eternal.
What percentage?
Eternal self-existing universe.
Really? What percentage of physicists today believe that the universe has a beginning? If I did a massive survey. Oh, he left. Womp womp. All right. I don't know, guys. I'm doing my best here. Riveting conversation. Yeah. Did Hitler even have a heart? I mean, physically, yeah. Unless he's like one of those like secret zombies, Nazi zombies. Maybe not then. Everyone, make sure you're tapping that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate,
Also,
with your friends and with your enemies.
Just FYI, I know you didn't mean it like this, but HH is it's a dog whistle. Like they coded into 8, but that means Heil. Heil.
Oh.
The H guy. I don't think that meant what you thought. Yeah, it would, like we were doing initials, it would be AH.
Second. Anyways, so if you are a God believer and you'd like to give us a conversation, have a conversation with us. If not, if we don't get another God believer, actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and open up the lines to friendlies. If you're a friendly and you'd like to come on up and ask us questions, have a conversation. Now is the time. We're doing office hours, my favorite time of the day, because we actually have good conversations at this point. So, go ahead and request on up if you're a friendly.
You now have the echo. I have an echo. Is it?
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, it might be TikTok is glitching. Let me drop down and come back up.
All right. It's not one thing, it's another. New York. The YouTube call-in line is tinyurl.com/BibleGuyGuests if you would like to come up and ask your questions. Now's the time. So where did they come up with the picture of Jesus or God? Like the picture of Jesus that we commonly have. There's a common internet conspiracy theory that it's actually a picture of Cesare Borgia. That's not true. We got pictures of Jesus that look like that from before the time of Cesare Borgia's existence. They just painted Jesus to look like a very stereotypical European man. And then the Byzantines painted him to look like Byzantine, and we've got pictures of Jesus going back to at least the 4th century. And he's made to look like whoever the race of whoever is painting him. And there's lots of little bits of symbology in the painting of Jesus. They often in olden times would paint him to look like a philosopher, or because that's how they saw Jesus, as a sort of philosopher. Or sometimes they painted pictures of him holding a magic wand, because that's how they understood magic to occur. Atheists have a mental disorder.
Is there an East Asian Jesus though?
Yes, there's
an. Seriously?
Yeah, check out go to any Korean church. You'll see art of Jesus being Asian. Israel 21 says atheists have a mental disorder. They say God does not exist, but then they blame him for everything. Well, you're wrong in 3 points. One, I would love to see where atheism is a mental disorder in the DSM-5. Secondly, I don't claim that God does not exist. I'm just not convinced that he does. And thirdly, I don't blame God for things because he doesn't fucking exist as far as I know.
I don't think that they know what the DSM-5 is.
No, of course they wouldn't.
I've read the thing, didn't see a single atheism diagnosis.
No, it's because Israel 21 is just pulling shit out of their ass. LARP Scadian, are you at least 18?
Yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
I'm a male.
Male is not a pronoun.
I mean, I think it's pretty evident.
No, it's not. Male is not a pronoun. So what pronouns do you go by?
He/him.
All right. And are you a theist or a non-theist?
I am a theist.
I'm guessing you're here to give me evidence that God is real?
Yes.
All right. What is the evidence?
The evidence is, are you familiar with the transcendental argument?
Tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced that transcendentals exist.
You're not convinced that transcendentals like logic and math exist?
I think logic is a process that we do. I think math is a language that we invented to describe like quantities and their relationship to one another.
Okay, all right. So logic is like a process we do. It's not a transcendental that exists outside of human minds.
Correct. Logic is to do logic is the process of reasoning.
Okay. And is the process of reasoning reliable to come to true conclusions?
It seems to be. It gets us results.
Okay. Are you familiar with Hume's critique of induction?
I'm not a philosopher, so no, I don't. I'm not familiar with anything in philosophy.
All right.
He just pieced the fuck out.
Why are we like
weak as fuck?
I just why do these Christian people like? I'm not saying Hume's is like completely irrelevant. But why can't they use contemporary philosophers ever? They have to pull out like.
It's the same reason they use science from fucking 500 years ago. Right. Yeah, well, he wasn't going to be able to demonstrate that transcendentals exist. That's why he had to leave. Is God responsible for slavery? No, humans are responsible for slavery. Now, the question, Israel 21, is, are we talking about within the narrative of the Bible, is God responsible for things? Or in real life, is God responsible for things? If we're talking about in real life, God's not responsible for anything because he doesn't exist. But if we're talking about within the fairy tale that is the Bible, where God is a character, then yes, he would be responsible for things like slavery and whatnot. All right, Chicken Wing is coming up. Chicken Wing, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a theist or a non-theist?
Theist.
All right. Why should I think that God is real?
There's a lot of compelling arguments. Honestly, I think the most concise one we can go with is like the contingency argument. I take it that you're familiar with that. If not, I could present it to you really quickly.
I'm gonna have to get here 1 second. I gotta create a bingo card. Here, I'm gonna write on the bingo card. 1 second.
All
right. Just ideas for the future. I take it to be. That'll be the first one. All right. Contingency argument that there are contingent things and then there are necessary things, and contingent things they depend on other things to give them to like for why they exist.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's ultimately what the argument tries to establish, that there needs to be something that exists in virtue of its essence rather in virtue of another thing.
I don't know what that means in virtue of its. I mean, that a necessary thing.
Yeah, so
I just think that the universe is necessary.
well, yeah, I mean, there's a few ways we can get around this. Just by necessary, I assume that you're using it in an Aristotelian way, or
I wouldn't.
If not, what would you mean by necessary?
I wouldn't know. I just mean that I have no reason to think that the universe could not exist.
Okay, yeah, there's numerous ways to get around this. Okay, so usually in regards to contingent and necessary, just to give you like a little bit more clarity here, by necessary, something that's going to be necessary is going to be fully actualized and has like no potency, couldn't fail to exist. And I take it that you obviously agree the universe is going to follow this, right?
Why would I accept that as being the definition of what it means to be necessary? All it means to be necessary.
Well, no, that's. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not the definition of necessary. That's the criterion of what makes something necessary.
How's that
different? For example, like a mathematical, yeah. So, for example, if we take like a universal truth,
then I'll say nothing. Then I'll say nothing's necessary as far as I can tell.
Well, no, I'm trying to give you a demonstration of what I mean here. So, in regards to like a universal statement, that's going to be true. 2 + 2 = 4. That's a necessary truth. Couldn't fail to exist. Couldn't be any other way, and it doesn't need anything to be true.
I don't think the universe could. I don't think the universe could fail to exist.
I don't accept.
You guys are
either.
talking at the same time.
I don't accept that you can prove that things could have been a different way.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, you can. There's numerous ways to get around that, but I do want to focus on the guy really quickly. If you don't mind.
Prove that the universe could have failed to exist.
I mean, yeah, we can definitely get into that, but in regards to the universal statement truth, you agree what I'm trying to demonstrate here? Would you agree that 2 + 2 = 4 is necessary?
That it couldn't be any other way? Yeah.
And you agree that the only reason for why it's truth is the fact of its essence?
Because it's true, because like the quantity of having 2 objects with another 2 objects always leads to 4 objects, as far as I can tell.
Right. So I'll take that as a yes. So I assume when you said that the universe is going to be necessary, it's going to be the exact result of the 2 + 2 = 4. Is that what you mean here?
I think the universe is necessary because I don't think it could not exist.
Okay, when you say that it's necessary, I assume you have evidence to show for that?
I have no reason to think that it couldn't cease to exist. As far as I know, the universe has always existed.
Okay, yeah.
It's just
so given that you don't have any evidence to present to me, I mean, I don't
have any evidence that the universe has. I don't have any evidence the universe could fail to exist. I don't have any. Ooh, okay, one second. Number 2, laughing like the Joker. All right. Anyways, do you have any good evidence for God?
Chicken.
Yeah. So in regards to the universe being,
the PSR fails. It just does. Like
what?
Listen, I have ADHD. I'm more chill than you. Calm the fuck down. Stop being so. Do you got somewhere to be or something? You can't just sit down and have a calm, like reasonably paced conversation. Ashlyn starts talking and you start like acting like a fucking 5-year-old. Act like an adult. You're embarrassing for your religion. Act like an adult. Now, Ashlyn, say what you're going to say to Chicken.
Yeah, I guess they don't know that premise 1, the contingent thing of this argument is that's known as the PSR. Have you read any contemporary philosophy on why the PSR fails? The principle of sufficient reason.
You can unmute yourself now, Chicken.
Okay,
JL,
yeah. So
Peter
this
Van-
Ashlyn person like has.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the meta about Ashlyn. Talking about Ashlyn.
Well, I'm not getting into that.
I'm literally bringing up like she's philosophers.
She asked you a question. Have you read contemporary philosophical works that talk about the PSR? I am not going to fight you on the. I am not going to fight you on the mute button. Answer her question. Have you read any contemporary philosophical works on the PSR?
Bro, fuck this bitch. I'm not answering your question.
Oh, okay, then bye, bitch. The only bitch here is the one who refuses to like answer and gets scared when a woman talks to him.
Yeah, every contingent facts has an explanation. That's what he was leading into.
Yeah. They're weak as fuck. Christian. I mean, he's a Christian, obviously, and that's what they do. When Christians don't get their way, they act like babies. That's all it is. All right, we'll talk to the next person. Hopefully they'll be more good faith. The debater, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
What's the W-2 form?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Anyways, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We had a guy come up earlier today who said, listen, women are so emotional. Guys, that man was emotional. That was emotion. Him turning into a 5-year-old and having a tantrum because a woman asked him a single question that showed his ineptitude in the field that he claims to be an expert in, or he at least performs expertise in. And he acts like a child. Fetus and completus. Isn't W-2 like taxes and dependent shit? Yep. Trust the science, go to the Vatican. What? If I trusted the science, I wouldn't go to the Vatican. What? What? Why are we talking about the Vatican? God represents the law, not a dystopian world. I would think if we started following God's law, we'd be very dystopian.
Also, the fact that they didn't understand that the premise one, which is what we were on, is like breaks down into the PSR is wild to me. Like it rests upon like contingency has an explanation. It's like that's literally the basic form of this argument. Every contingent thing has an explanations for existence, either an external cause or necessary of its own nature, is what they were saying. And the fact that they didn't know that is fucking hilarious.
Don't forget, everyone, that we are opening up the panel to friendlies who would like to ask questions or to give some input or, ask my opinion on something, anything you want to talk about as a friendly. You're more than welcome to do so now, either by requesting up on YouTube or by going on to we got the same person who didn't realize that they were here is back over on YouTube. Guest on Video Ninja. Are you aware that you're here now, that I'm talking to you now? No, they're not.
I really just want to be a part.
Hello.
Of the life.
Hello. I'm not gonna waste time on them. Anyways, if you're not being aware enough to have, it's just what's the point? All right. Host, name another fairy tale that causes mass destruction in the real world. Can't be related. Yeah, Islam. Look how that worked.
Dalton, can you make Fern mod on YouTube? I guess there's something going on.
Oh yeah, sure. Fern. Wherefore art thou, Fern?
Fern, say something on YouTube. Yeah,
I see them. Let's see. Add as moderator. There you go. You've been knighted, Fern.
1, 2. Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear them. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. What is your name? Being aware enough to have. I'm gonna have to ask you. Turn off the stream. All right. Host, name another fairy tale that causes mass destruction in the real world. Can't be related. Yeah, Islam. Look how that worked. Yes, I'm gonna need you.
mod on YouTube. I guess.
Little Horn, I'm gonna need you to turn off the stream. All right, Little Horn. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, we can't hear them, by the way.
You're typing. You know you can talk, right? Oh, I can hear them. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. What is your name? No. I'm gonna have to ask you. Turn off the stream. All right. Host, name another fairy tale that causes mass I just hung up on them.
We're experiencing a time dilation right now in Dalton's voice.
So this person has been sending me messages. And Their name's Little Horn. And I don't know what to make of these messages. Let's see. They're talking about Joseph Atwell, who is a hack. You may not believe in God is real. I know. I don't believe. I know God is real. I had a near death at 16 years old. When I had a near death experience and saw the light, I was aware. You'll probably not see this. I don't care. I had a near death experience at 16. I saw God with my eyes. It changed my life, and ever since I wanted to go back home.
Those DMT trips are wild, my guy.
Yeah. This is how the conversation started. Friend, please
Yes,
hit me up when you're done with hosting.
Are you there?
Wait, what the fuck?
I can hear you now.
Little Horn.
Yes.
Are you?
Me.
You're at least 47. What pronouns do you go by?
He and him.
And you're a theist? You believe in God?
So, you know what? I want to say this, sir. I really appreciate what you do and how you confront these people. I just want to say thank you for what you do, my guy. And I chose this name because, hey, and I believe that those Christians want to save that one that has left the flock, right? But woe to the idle shepherd that has left the flock, because, man, I don't believe in their God, man. They're
anyways. So you believe in God, as you've told me in your messages. Why should I believe in your God?
And I'll say this: whenever I was a toddler, before I even knew Christianity,
please, no personal experiences, like independently verifiable evidence that God exists.
So let me ask you this: and I know there's different near-death experiences that are all around the world, but those that have experienced like a warming light, how? Come on. And I had the doctor tell me, that's just your mind trying to ease you through the suffering of death.
Your doctor was correct.
You're gonna owe people money after this for emotional distress.
Because I know I was aware of that moment. And so it's hard to do that.
The fun fact about near-death experiences is that they are not death experiences. They are near-death experiences. You are not actually dead when a near-death experience takes place. You do not experience brain death. You do not actually die. And your brain is still very much active when these near-death experiences happen. And if I had to, like, what's more likely to be true, like, this is evidence for the supernatural, or your brain, which is being starved of oxygen, is making you see and feel all kinds of crazy shit. Well, it's more likely it's just your brain.
And I knew that I was aware, and I saw it, and I felt the warming sensation. And hey, love is such a small word for something so grand.
That's perfectly acceptable and expected if you're just experiencing something in your brain. Your brain is what's responsible for you being able to see things and hear things and feel things. All of those senses, they are filtered through the brain. Your brain is able to reproduce them. And of course, if you're having a near-death experience, then of course you would be able to feel and see and hear things because your brain is generating that sensory data.
And in the end, I think what the revelation of God is trying to speak, and that's in this Bible. You know what? And I'll say this: you're probably more of a scholar than I am, sir. But you know what? You're a young man, and I appreciate what. Like I said, hey, you're awesome. But the mystery of God should be finished. And it's the realization that God exists. But hey, we shouldn't be bound by these doctrines that are just nothing of
little horn. I need a reason to think that your God exists. All this other stuff, all this other extra dressing, it's not important if God doesn't exist. I need a reason to think that God exists.
Even Nietzsche believed in a higher self.
Well, I'm not Nietzsche. Why should I think that Nietzsche was right and that God exists?
So long as these mere nothingness exists, he doesn't believe in all of that. But in the end, he believed in eternal soul and in hereafter.
Okay, and Why should I believe what Nietzsche believed?
You don't have to.
Okay,
That's
I'm aware that I don't have to. What I mean is there any justified reason to think that a God exists?
No, because in the end, what it is that you have this word called belief. I don't believe because that implies not knowing.
Nope. You can believe things that you can. Nope. You can believe things you know. I believe that I am Caucasian. I also know that.
Yeah.
You can know things you can believe.
But if you saw it at that moment, there's no disbelief. The faith doesn't even exist at that point.
Well, faith is a different thing altogether. Faith is useless to the kind of people who want to believe as many true things as possible and disbelieve as many false things as possible. Faith is believing in something without evidence. I'm not interested in that.
As we hear the word altar boy, right? We have sympathy for that poor sap. I'm sorry, I don't want to say sap because that's sad. Because you know what's been done to that poor kid, right? And this is over millennia of thought, right? But that same millennial of thought, I want you to understand, please, I beg that you understand that, hey, all of these people have expressed over time, hey, of the feeling that there is a God, whether forget the doctrine.
And why should I think that they are correct and that they're not just mistaken? Photosynthesis, like plants being able to take in sunlight and use that as energy is evidence that they are correct about God.
Well, what do they do though? Those plants that lean as the sun rises, they rise towards the east, and as the sun passes, it grows. Not all plants.
Okay.
Not all plants.
This is evidence that the sun exists. It's evidence that plants exist. It's evidence that the process of photosynthesis exists. How does this provide evidence that God exists?
Good point. But I can make a standpoint for neither shall the sun light on them nor any heat. For those that are in the midst of the throne, the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne.
Now you're quoting the book of Revelation to me. I don't care about that. I want to know why I should think that God exists. If God doesn't exist, then I shouldn't care what the book of Revelation says.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm actually a little concerned that this person isn't.
But it's a feeling deep down within all of us. Hey, and I get it. Hey, maybe not all of us, because I have a girlfriend that has a near-death experience, and she just was in total darkness. Hey, in the end,
this conversation was over from the
I don't know how else to explain
argument,
it, but I know within
Cyber, they can't hear you.
I'm sorry. No, I can't.
I'm aware. I'm aware. That was for you.
Oh, yeah, dude. Why should I think God exists?
There is no existence for God.
I agree. God doesn't exist. Anyways, you have a wonderful day, bud.
You as well, man. Hey.
God.
Well, that was an experience.
That was. I've never heard the argument from, well, you're young before.
I have.
Real banger.
All right.
Dalton, photosynthesis.
Real quick. Yes. Premise 1, you're young. Premise 2, plants experience photosynthesis, leaning in the east. Conclusion, I still don't know if there's a God. You might be right. There's not. It's not evidence.
Here we go. Wolf Clothes Sheep says, are you talking about God? That's existence. You literally speak the name God. LMAO. I speak English. And if I want to talk about the concept of God, I have to use the word God. Sure. Does me using the word God prove that the actual God exists? Here. Unicorn. I just use the word unicorn. Unicorns exist now.
Actually, we're going to put a qualifier on that. It's going to be the universe sparkle farting unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm convinced with the guest today that there's like a couple times a year, they all get together and simultaneously decide to take drugs.
Can I ask for your opinion on
Go
something?
on lives.
Yes, you can in fact ask my opinion on something.
And real quick, I want to say something real quick, and then I got to hop down and get back to work. But Catholics and the Orthodox believe that the Jesus, like the bread, literally turns into Jesus. So it leads me to believe: do they believe Jesus was risen because of yeast, and was it because of a yeast infection? And
God.
since he's the Passover lamb, that makes him.
Oh, you after the yeast infection part, you cut out there.
Cyber, I actually have a
sorry,
reply
meaning
to that.
But I was going to say, but that means since it was Passover, he's trafe.
Oh yeah, he is trafe, 100%. If he's leaven, he's trafe. For anyone who doesn't know, trafe means that it's basically like saying not kosher.
Yeah. Cyber, the response is you lost the game.
Oh God,
motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Chat, because I lost the game. Per the rules, you all have also lost the game. You also must publicly announce it wherever you are at and cause those near you to also lose the game.
Okay, I'm sure this is a reference to something. Okay, wolf and clothed sheep. Why are we quoting John 1:1 and quoting it incorrectly? Why are we doing that? John 1:1 is a claim about Jesus that I don't believe. They like to say transubstantiation to avoid the word alchemy. Not exactly. Alchemy is different than transubstantiation because in alchemy, you are changing the atomic structure of a thing. So lead becomes gold, for example, in alchemy. And under transubstantiation, there is no change to the physical nature of the bread. It's only a change in the substance, the essence of the bread, which is some sort of spiritual nonsense. Saint Brianna, coming up for a question. Saint Brianna, hey, bud, what brings you back up?
Hey, how are you?
I am doing better now that I'm talking to a reasonable person.
Yeah, the last guy was really on something. I'll say that.
The last 10 guys, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry if I sound off. I'm still sick.
Oh, you're fine.
But I just had one question.
Yeah.
So let's say you're talking to like a Christian and they tell you that God is beyond the human knowledge or like human understanding. In my head, I'm kind of thinking, well, if he's beyond human knowledge, then how do you even know he's there or he exists? How can
they make any claim about God's nature if he's beyond human understanding? I agree. God's beyond human understanding until they want to make a claim about God's nature.
Yeah, because I was talking to someone and I was like, well, how do you define God? And he told me, well, God's outside of time, he's outside of space, but at the same time, we can't understand him. But I was like, if you can't understand him, then how are you making those claims that he's outside of time and stuff? I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like whenever people say that, they're kind of trying to cop out the answer, like they don't want to answer. I mean, that's just me personally, the way I see it. I could be wrong.
You're not entirely wrong. Also, in the future, you can point out to them, and this is true, that the claim that God, if they're Christian at least, this person was a Christian you were talking to?
Yeah, he was a Christian.
If they make the claim that God exists outside of space and time, press them to provide biblical evidence for this. Because there is nothing in the Bible, nothing, that states that God exists outside of space and time. It says that God exists in the heavens, but for the ancients, heaven was literally above our heads. It's part of the cosmos. It's not outside of space. It is part of the space. And then as far as God being eternal and being outside of time are not the same thing. Being eternal, you can like exist within the cosmos eternally and still exist within time. So like there is no biblical justification for the claim that God is spaceless and timeless and immaterial.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like excuse me. I asked them. I was like, "Hey, can you give me a verse where it says that?" And they left me on red for 3 days now.
Oh, well, yep.
So
And they
that's
will,
great.
yeah. If they give you back a verse and you don't know how to respond to it, just message me and I'll let you know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was about it. That was about the only question I had. Anyway, hello, Ashlyn. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Saint Brianna. Yeah, nice to meet you as well. I see you all the time in the chat. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, I'm gonna drop back down and make some bad jokes in the chat.
Okay, sounds good. You have a good day, Brianna.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
It's nice to get a little bit nice conversations like that every now and then. Grace in house. Are you at least 18?
I didn't mean to join. My fault. Just kidding.
Fetus, deletus.
Anyways, to the person who keeps quoting John 1:1, quoting to me in the King James Version is not going to help you. KJV, bad translation. A better translation of John 1:1 would be, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was divine.
Also, they said, please tell me that I misquoted. You misquoted. I don't think you actually did, but you just told me to say that.
Yeah. It's not that you misquoted your particular translation, it's that I don't think your translation's quite right. I would side with scholars like, of course, Dan McClellan, who would interpret John 1:1 as the second instance of theos, meaning not that Jesus is ontologically identical with Yahweh, but that he possesses the nature of deity, which is not the same as being the deity.
Also, bird is very clearly the word.
Bird is the word. That is true. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna I added to the I take it to be laughing like the Joker. That's a blunder. That's another one that Phil Bros like. What's another thing that Phil Bros often say that I can add to this list?
Can you just put misogyny?
I want it to be like things they say.
I don't know.
And
Shut
then,
up, woman.
And then they don't all say that. It has to be something that's common enough to all of them. That way, when we have a conversation with a Phil Bro, I can add it to my like little checklist, and then we can like start checking them off. Go ahead. That's one. At the end, they always fucking end it with "go ahead."
Define that.
Go ahead. That one is a bit generic. Define that. If they say "shut up," no, they don't. They don't use that one enough either. Let me think. What's another Phil Bro one that's very prevalent and very annoying? Oh, they do this one at the. They always do this one where they always say accord. They always like want to like at the end of the conversation, at the end of the sentence, they go, "Yeah, that's true. That's what according to your worldview." Slow boy. That's a one. That's one they use. Slow boy.
I've never heard them say slow boy.
I've been called slow boy so many fucking times by these Phil Bros. It's not the most prevalent one, but it is prevalent enough that I've heard it several times. You weren't there? No, that one's just used by apologists in general. Steelman my argument. Can you steelman my argument? Yeah, well that is something that Phil Bros say, but it's like a genuine question and something that I would say too. I think I'll just add them as we hear them, and then eventually I'll come up with like a little checklist that we can start playing with in the future. Keep up. Listen. Well, I get that from a lot of Christians. Linda, listen, Linda. They cry straw man all the time. They do cry straw man all the time. Well, they also do quite ad hominem, but like, you know, quit muting me. Blunder. Already got blunder on there.
I wasn't talking to you when I engaged in
whenever. Yeah. Here, just for fun, because I wasn't talking to you. Anything that's even close to that, I'll add it to there. Reprobate mind is one that's used for the presuppositionalist on here. Any meta should be a bingo category. The tendency to just throw out fallacies is pretty Philbro. Yes, the number one fallacy that Philbros and a lot of Christians like to bring to the conversation is ad hominem when I don't engage in it, because they actually don't know what an ad hominem is. Yeah. Anyways, we'll add them as I see them, and I'll decide which ones are the most prevalent enough to keep to the bingo card. Yeah, anyways. If you're friendly and you'd like to come up, or if you're opposition, you'd like to come up, now is the time to do so. If we don't get any people coming in pretty soon, I will just have to. I mean, we are over the 3-hour marker, but I'm willing to stay on just a little bit longer in case we get any good conversations, or we got good questions that people might like to ask. Israel 21, are you still going on in the comment section? Would you like to come up and talk to me? That'd be great. Yeah, reference. I don't ad hom, straight up insult them. Yeah, I never ad hom. I just insult. And there's a difference. When they modus your opponent just right. Oh man, don't you love it when they modus your opponents? Sounds so dirty.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Ashlyn watches tentacle porn. Anyways, Russell has as many letters as bingo.
Well, I've never shot anyone, Dalton, so it's evidence.
I sent Ashlyn a picture recently. It said that the see if I can find it here. It says, and I quote, "With Japan having just 6 shooting deaths last year, it's clear the solution to gun violence is tentacle porn." You can't refute it.
I have you shot anyone?
I haven't.
Okay, so you watch tentacle porn.
I've made it on Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, guys, if I have sex with the Emperor in Baldur's Gate 3, is that tentacle porn? That's the important question.
The illicit.
Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't look like anyone's wanting to come up now, so I think that'll probably be the end of our show today. I have to walk the dog. I still haven't eaten today. I got to do that as well. I slept with the Emperor. Hell yeah, Saint Brianna. Lock in is another one. They also say slow boy. Yep, there's slow boy again. Yeah. Anyways, because Israel 21 is too cowardly to come up and talk, I think we're going to go ahead and call it for the day. Let's see who's live right now that I can send you guys off to go see. Let's see. I think I will be going live a little bit more this week than I normally do. So keep your eyes open for more Bible Guy content this week than normal. Let's see. Of course, every time I want to look up who's live right now, that's when my phone's like, you know what? I think I'll operate at the absolute slowest. Jovan? Oh, I guess Jovan would be live on YouTube. Is Jovan live on YouTube right now? Let's see. If so, it'd be fun. I've never sent Jovan. Yeah, he is. On YouTube, go over and hang out with Jovan Bradley. And it looks like Jovan is live with... Well, it doesn't look like he's live with anyone. But just go over to... If you're on YouTube, go over to Jovan's show. Tell him that the Bible Guy is live. I mean, not that the Bible Guy is live. The Bible Guy sent you. And if you're on TikTok... let's see. Guys, look how slow my fucking TikTok is. It still hasn't loaded up who's live right now. Come on, phone.
Joel is live.
Okay, then we'll send them to Joel then. Everyone on TikTok, go say hi to Joel Reads Bible. Tell him the Bible Guy sent you. If you're on YouTube, go over to Jovan Bradley show. Tell him the Bible Guy sent you. With that, I've been the Bible Guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we will see you all again tomorrow, probably. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient Echoes of prophets, the stars align. Knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guide, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night. With reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guide. Scrolls of ages, words of flame. He dares to question